Blast on Russia bridge to Crimea threatens Moscow supply route. Kyiv. The Kerch Bridge in Crimea was partially destroyed by an explosion Saturday morning, in a strategic and symbolic blow to Russian President Vladimir Putin and his campaign against Ukraine. The damage to the bridge, which comes as Ukrainian advances continue to reclaim occupied territories from Moscow's forces, endangers a crucial route for Russian military supplies to support its forces in southern Ukraine. Two spans of the road portion of the bridge collapsed as a result of an accident, according to Sergei Aksyonov, the Russia-installed head of the Crimea administration. Fuel tanks have also caught fire, Aksyonov said in a post on social media. Russia's National Anti-Terrorist Committee said that a truck was blown up on the bridge, according to Russian media. As a result of the blast, a partial collapse of two spans occurred, it said. Russia's investigative committee said 3 people were killed in the explosion, according to media reports. According to videos and photos posted Saturday morning by eyewitnesses, several fuel tankers were on fire on the rail part of the bridge, while at least one road span had partially collapsed into the waters of the Kerch Strait, which connects the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov. Russian officials said the road portion of the bridge was partially reopened Saturday afternoon, and the Transport Ministry expected rail traffic to resume later in the day, according to reports. The head of the Russian-installed regional parliament in Crimea, Vladimir Konstantinov, blamed the damage to the bridge on Ukrainian vandals, according to Russian media. Kyiv hasn't claimed responsibility for the damage to the bridge, but Ukrainian officials celebrated the blast on social media. Referring to a flagship Russian vessel sunk by Kyiv earlier this year, Ukraine's Ministry of Defense tweeted, "The guided missile cruiser Moskva and the Kerch Bridge, 2 notorious symbols of Russian power in Ukrainian Crimea, have gone down. What's next in line, Ruskies?" The 19-kilometer Kerch Bridge, which connects Crimea with the Russian mainland, was opened personally by Putin with much fanfare in 2018, after Moscow seized the peninsula from Ukraine in 2014. The construction of the bridge was slammed by both Kyiv and its Western backers as illegal at the time. Since the start of the Kremlin's war on Ukraine in late February, the bridge has been crucially important for the transfer of manpower, weapons and fuel to Russian units fighting Ukrainian troops in southern Ukraine. Putin on Saturday ordered a government commission to investigate the emergency on the Crimean bridge, and officials have been dispatched to the scene, Russian media reported, citing Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov. According to Aksyonov, ferry service will start operating on Saturday in place of the damaged bridge. Over the past months, Ukrainian officials have repeatedly declared Kyiv's plans to target the Crimea bridge. In April, Alexei Danilov, secretary of the National Security and Defense Council, said in a radio interview that the bridge will definitely be hit if Kyiv gets an opportunity. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov branded Danilov's statement as announcing a possible terrorist attack. After the partial collapse of the Kerch Bridge Saturday morning, Mikhailo Podolyak, an advisor to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's office, said in a tweet that everything illegal must be destroyed, everything stolen must be returned to Ukraine, everything occupied by Russia must be expelled. Zelensky, in an address Friday night, said Ukraine has taken back more territory from Russian occupation. This week alone, our soldiers liberated 776 square kilometers of territory in the east of our country and 29 settlements, Zelensky said. Russia's defense ministry said on Saturday that General Sergei Surovikin was named commander of Moscow's forces in Ukraine.